do a little hardware for a change. A little hardware. I got this thing stripped apart, so I was gonna put a new coil in it, and I said, "What the heck? Let's do this." I don't have the box anymore. The Aspire Atlantis Evo, or is it just the Aspire Evo? Aspire Atlantis Evo sub-ohm tank. Okay, that's what it is. I got this to replace my old one, the big old, what was that stupid thing? Hold like 6 or 8 or 10 mil, I don't remember. But it's something stupid like that. And it finally broke. It, good old Chinese colonium. But it finally broke. I'm just pre-wicking this coil up a little bit here. Whatever. And I needed something to replace it. I just bought a bunch of coil heads. The short and skinny of it. Come here. Yeah. There we go. Short and skinny of it is, I like the old tank 5 times better at least than this tank. And I think that's due to, the glass in the old tank's about this long, which adds a little bit of extra room for scientific purposes. You got a bigger beaker with more volume of liquid, which also means you have more whole volume of everything, which means things can flow a little bit easier. There's more of a cushion in there. They don't dry hit as fast. All that, science stuff. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna put this together. It's got a base, and sorry about the audio. The C920, 922, I forget, yeah, 922, the microphone went out. So, you're stuck with the old laptop audio. This thing goes from a full-size slot. You're not going to be able to see it because you're not going to focus because my big mug's in there. But it'll go from a full-size slot, 4 of them, for no reason, down to a little tiny hole on each one. There's like 3 or 4 different settings. All of them do the same thing all the way around. And this is the 4 mil glass, so you get the extension piece in there, okay, and top cap that you can't do nothing with because it doesn't come apart or come off, so you can put your own drip tip mouthpiece, whatever you want to call it, on there, okay. The extension piece just goes on the old top cap right there, and you put your coil head, my pre-gooped and pre-lubed coil head. We'll see how well that does. Probably gurgle. I laid it on its side here and I filled it up with a bunch of juice. Oh my god, what the fuck? Something like that. I'm going to do it one more time. It's going to gurgle just because I'm overfilling it on purpose. Glass. Put the glass on however you want. On the top cap or on the bottom. Either way. And then it's just a matter of screwing it down. Now, sometimes, sometimes, when you have to take this apart, even though you watched me screw this extension piece into the top cap and crank it down, right? Sometimes when you want to take this apart to change out your coil head, even though, you could leave a little bit of juice in there because of that extension piece, right? Sometimes the extension piece will unscrew with coil head, and yeah, that's fun for the whole family. This does not stop. It spins 360. That's what you just saw me messing with. So now I'm gonna unscrew the top cap and to fill it up. But I'll bet you, oh, did you hear that thing? I'll bet you the other piece comes with it. It did. See? And thankfully, I just remembered all that jazz while we were sitting here doing this. So, if you want to be able to fill it, I suggest you screw that down to that, which means later on down the line, when you need to change a coil head out, you can't without having an empty tank. Cheers. It's just that easy to fill up. The glass just sits on this stupid rubber O-ring, which could easily be knocked off by your hands if you're a nice shaky person like myself. Yeah. I don't know. Thought it'd be a little bit better of a vape experience. I don't know why, you know. These are 0.3 coil heads, and I believe they're supposed to be 70 to 90 watts. What? Yeah. That's what they say at least. And I don't know. But we're gonna toss this on the old SIG 150. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's see if it works. I haven't tried it on this yet, but it's quite the retro vape, I guess. Let's see what it says. It's reading it as a 0.4. I only have this at 27 watts. Okay, a little lackluster. Box elder bugs are coming out of the woodwork now that spring is here. It's been a fun time. Death to them all. Thank you. 40 watts. I don't think I can go much higher than 40 watts. We're going to try it. Let's go to 50. Okay, it stopped at 55. 55.9. Wait. Oh, you funny thing, you. I forget that once this gets to 49, it goes up by 1 watt increments instead of 0.1 increments. 55. But it says 70 to 90. I don't want it. It'll burn it out. 55 is hotter than an Atlantis coil needs to be. It's not hot, but you can feel everything in there going, oh my God, what are you doing? And it's because of the SIG. I know it is. It's old technology, so the ramp up time is a little bit less than it would be if we've got the old Gaur out. Gaur, whatever. So the ramp up time on the old SIG is a saving grace. We'll say that. But maybe 45 will be its sweet spot. Let's see here. Come on. The 0.1 watt is just killer. That's 4.1 volts, 45 watts. And that's pretty refreshing. The Atlantis coil heads are old technology. So, yeah. Take them for however you want. I just had a bunch of coil heads, and what am I going to do with them if I don't have a tank to put them in? Well, I got a tank to put them in. The Aspire Atlantis Evo sub-ohm tank. Which is funny, because you can get 1 ohm tank, or coil heads too, which Doesn't make it a sub-ohm anymore, I guess, if you use those coils. Something? Yeah. It works. It works good. Flavors, all right. It's not as great as one of the bigger airflow sub-ohm mesh coil heads. Uh, but it works. And what I mainly used this tank for when I was using it was for mowing the lawn. Why? Because it's 510 style and less stuff flies in there when you're mowing the lawn and kicking up all sorts of stuff and creatures and everything else, and it's harder for it to get in there, and all of a sudden you're vaping a grasshopper. Yeah, stuff like that. So flavors, all right, good, somewhere in there. It's not amazing, but it does the job while you're doing a job. Okay, instead of having a big old bubble style or big old gargantuan hole there for stuff to crawl in, you got this smaller one. You want to go over specs? 2 mil is the standard capacity. 4 mil is with the extension piece on there. It is 22 millimeters in diameter. Let's see here. It's TPD compliant if you care about those things. 510. I thought there was something else on here that was interesting, but I'm not really seeing anything else. No. $29.99 over there at Element Vape. Get it while it's hot. No, it's not hot. If you just, need a reason to pull out your old Atlantis coil heads because you finally broke that tank and you can't find that tank anywhere, you can pick up one of these and continue to use your old coil heads. That's about it. Where'd I go? I'm down here somewhere. Side note, I just finished watching this again for the third time. It's so nice to just watch a whole thing in one big sweep. House of Dragons twice now. The nighttime is the right time. There you go. I got nothing else to say about that. The bigger tank, the big 8 or 10 mil regular old Atlantis tank, clone, whatever, was nicer because of the bigger volume, the bigger tank, the scientific pressures that go along with having something so large. Coil heads last twice as long in that as they do in this, which is only generous a week, maybe a week and a half. And I get like 2.5 to 3 when it was in the other tank. So there you go. That's what I got. See these box elder bugs? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. See that? They're just coming in out of the walls. Bug. That's all right. Once it all warms up, they all creepy crawly out. We'll get rid of them all, and we're good for the whole summer. And praise be, hallelujah, all that jazz. I know. Yuck, right? Yuck. Yeah, yuck. It's life in the heartland. Old-fashioned style. Y'all have fun now, because I know I will.